We've got children and women using those trains to doing some relatives. They are disgusting, nasty bastards, and we need to hold their throats and get rid of them all. I just want to say thank you all. I'm going to leave it now. And free! 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 Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine! Thank you. God bless you all.
Now, you telling me that we're not living in a two-tier country? Are you telling me there's not a two-tier justice, police, legal system in the UK as we live and breathe? I hope people understand the magnitude of Ricky Jones getting a not guilty today for standing in the middle of the streets, calling for the throats to be slit of people that you disagree with. Now, I'm sure he didn't mean what he said, the gormless fucking erection, but he said it no less, and people went to jail for far lesser words. Lucy Connolly went to jail for tweeting her thoughts that ended with, "For all I care." It wasn't a direct instruction. She's rotting in jail, and her mind is probably mangled because she's not used to those conditions. Peter Lynch got sent to his death. He got sent to jail for just being in the wrong place, just for being somewhere. He'd done nothing wrong, and he's now dead. Imagine how his family feel today. I can't believe what I'm actually seeing. And a lot of people will say, well, I saw this coming. We're living in two-tier Britain. I just cannot believe that irrespective of him being a Labour councillor, that he actually got a not guilty. It's on video camera. It's irrefutable. It's undeniable. It's there. It's clear as day. Slit their throats. He's even done the fucking action. What more do you need to convict a fucking piece of shit like that? A communist rat. Unbelievable. Now, I don't want anybody to go to jail for thoughts and words, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Obviously not in the UK. Keir Starmer needs to address the nation and give a fucking good account as to why Ricky Jones got not guilty and Lucy Connolly did and Peter Lynch did. And I tell you what he wants. This is a purposeful, provocative move. He wants civil unrest. He wants people to be outraged, and he wants uproar on the streets, and he wants mischief so he can nick you and jail you. Unlike Ricky Jones. Don't play into their hands. By all means, stand tall, protest peacefully, do what you got to do to show your fucking disgust for this decision. Two-tier Britain. I'm absolutely gobsmacked by that verdict. I just thought, after the microscope being on Starmer and Labour and two-tier Britain and the fucking madness that we've witnessed with our own eyes, that there's just no way that they could insult the British public and slap us round the face with a not guilty after it's clear as day, caught on camera. Incitement to slit people's throats that you don't agree with. Wow. Absolutely flabbergasted. Fuck you.
Let's get one thing straight. This wasn't just another trial. This was a mockery of justice in Britain. Ricky Jones, a communist rat, stood in the middle of the street shouting "slit their throats" at people he disagreed with. It's on video, clear as day, undeniable. And what happens? He walks away with a not guilty verdict. Meanwhile, Lucy Connolly, an ordinary woman, was thrown in prison for a single tweet ending with "For all I care." She's rotting in a cell, her mind shattered because she's not built for those conditions. And Peter Lynch, he's dead. Dead because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, locked up for nothing. Tell me, does that look like justice? This is two-tier Britain, right in front of our eyes. A system where ordinary people get crushed under the weight of the law, while insiders, counselors, and political pawns get shielded and protected, even when the evidence is irrefutable. And don't you dare call this a mistake. It's not. It's deliberate. Keir Starmer and Labour know exactly what they're doing. They want outrage, they want chaos, they want people in the streets losing control so they can crack down, arrest you, jail you, while Ricky Jones gets a free pass. And let's be real, this verdict is a slap in the face to every single citizen in this country. It's a cold message from the establishment. Justice isn't for you, it's for them. If we don't call this out, if we don't stand up and expose it, then tomorrow it'll be another Lucy Connolly, another Peter Lynch, sacrificed to protect corrupt politicians and their rotten system.
Do you think people should be able to take the day off if it's above 27 degrees? What they're actually talking about is actually bring in flexibility and safety precautions for workers that are actually in extreme heat. If you are working in 30 degrees temperature out in the sunshine, and you could actually suffer from heat stroke, which causes safety issues and obviously health issues. It is mad that we have had for the last 50 years a minimum temperature that workers should not be expected to work in, and no maximum temperature.
Well, what is that minimum temperature out of interest? Do we know?
It's 13 degrees if you're actually physically working, and it's 16 degrees if you're actually sedentary.
Wait, hang on a minute. Sorry. So in this country, if it's less than 13 degrees Celsius, people don't have to work outside?
No, it's under 13 degrees Celsius. That is the recommendation from the health and safety, that people should be doing physical. If they're doing physical work, 13 degrees is the temperature.
Well, this is nuts. So we could end up in a country. It is nuts. We could end up in a country where if it's lower than 13 degrees and higher than 27 degrees, you can realistically be expected to do things like either take the day off, or have a longer break, or finish earlier. We're not going to get any work done.
What they're doing is actually beginning to have weather that's more Mediterranean, and what that means is that already many countries, including Germany, Italy, Greece, China, have such maximums in place. And actually what the trade unions are asking for is not 27. They're asking, I think it's a little bit too high. They're asking for 30 degrees.
Just out of interest, we claim that China maybe has more workers' rights than Britain now.
Yep, China, Germany, Greece, Italy all have maximum temperatures around 27 degrees, 26 degrees for physical work.
Quite a lot of slave labour in China, though, I think, isn't there?
Pardon?
Quite a lot of slave labour in China, I think, isn't there?
Well, we're talking about that's not the issue we're currently talking about. We're talking about the actual whether workers deserve a safe level. I think there has to be a maximum. What the level is up for debate, but it's definitely a good thing.
27 degrees is 6 degrees hotter than room temperature, Donica, isn't it?
When you say room temperature, what do you mean?
Well, the average room temperature, is my understanding anyway, I was taught this at school, average room temperature is 21 degrees, as far as I'm aware. So if it's 6 degrees hotter, you get the day off. I mean, that's nuts.
There's no such thing as average room temperature, because it varies every day of the year. What we do recommend is that in winter, your room should be around 20 degrees, 18, I think 19 degrees is the recommended temperature for an office in the middle of winter.
This is a policy for people who can't be asked to work, Donica, isn't it? Let's just be honest. Let's just stop messing around, stop kidding each other about all this. Let's just be really honest with you about this. This is the same unions that are out there striking every single week. They wanted whopping great big pay rises. They got it. They've come back for more in an oddly predictable twist. And now they're saying, goodness gracious me, is it 27.5 degrees? Well, I tell you what, I'll stop working.
Asking for flexibility makes sense. So you start earlier or you work later, and you don't work in the middle of the hot, between 11 and 3 on extremely hot days. That makes sense to me. We don't want workers on building sites keeling over with heat stress.